Hey there, this is Gary MacDougall here, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to offer you a free spirit activation. I've been doing these lately, and I've been guided by spirit to do this. And the reason why I've been guided to do it, I think, is I do these in sessions. I offer these in sessions, one-on-one sessions that I offer. I work with men one-on-one. But I want to give it to everybody, because I recognize not everybody can afford a one-on-one session. Some people are struggling financially. So I'm offering these spirit activations to help you create a miracle in your life. Whether you need a financial miracle, whether you hate your job and you want a job you absolutely love, maybe your relationship's struggling. You know, my wife and I, our relationship was struggling. I wasn't aligned with my soul. So this is to align you with your soul, to bring love into your relationship. Maybe you're lonely. Maybe you're isolated. This is to help you get through that isolation, to get through your fear, to get through your insecurity, through your self-worth, to help you activate your soul and activate your power so that you can live like a really happy life, a really fulfilled life. So this is like, a spirit transmission from me, from God, me just as a messenger to activate your soul and activate your power. So that's what I've been guided to do. So I got to do this. I got to offer this out. Because this is a tough time, and it's an amazing time. It's probably like one of the most amazing times on earth to be alive in the past, say, 10, 12, 13,000 years, because all this love is flooding the universe right now. All this photonic energy, it's flooding our galaxy, flooding our universe, it's flooding our earth. So the earth is vibrating higher now. There's so much more love in the earth right now. There's so much love in humanity now. But what happens is this love comes showering in. It's pushing out all our old fears. It's pushing out all our old insecurities. If you're afraid to face your fears, or if you're afraid, like if I'm talking about fears and it's scaring you, this might not be for you. Because for me, I tried not to face my fears. I tried just to focus with my mind on positive thoughts and positive thinking. But I realized, I look back in my life, and I got here. I got to I got health, overcome addictions, overcome all kinds of addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, all that stuff. By facing fears and facing pain and loving it and healing it and transmuting it into love, I was able to make a way better life. So I face it. I face my demons. I think back, I got to a part in my life where I was on a spiritual path, and I was healing and still doing work by myself, doing work on self-help workbooks. It wasn't enough. So I prayed to God. I asked the creator of this universe to help me, and I got guided to go to sweat lodges and stuff. And going in sweats, it wasn't just about sweating my body out. It was sweating out something deeper, emotions. It was helping me get in contact with my spirit. So I use the word prayer because I get it from there, from going to sweat lodges and stuff. But no, just take a little deep breath here. Let go of the anxiety and stuff of doing videos. I still get it. It's amazing. But just getting fears out, getting anxieties out. You can get them out. You can cleanse them from your body. And when you raise your vibration, when you heal yourself, when you feel better, when you have better self-worth, when you're healing yourself, becoming more whole, the outside world has to get better. So, let's see if this video is still moving. Yes, it is still moving. So I have to speak to money too, because I know a lot of people struggle with money. They think it's the root of all evil. So there's belief systems we've been conditioned with, you're greedy if you want money. Let's face it, I want to activate my soul so that I can provide the best life for my family. I want to live in a nice house, in a great neighborhood. I want to eat awesome organic food, and I want to take them on the odd vacation. Who doesn't want a great life? So is it greedy to want money? Is it greedy to... I don't think so. I think it is if it's going to hurt other people, or if it's going to hurt the earth, maybe it's not so great. But when we activate our souls and we ascend that energy up into our hearts, the lower mind, it thinks greedily. It thinks only about the self. But the higher mind, when you ascend that energy, when that spirit comes up, and it comes up into the heart, and your heart opens, and you get more loving. The heart wants to serve. Spirit wants to serve. Think of the sunlight. The sun shines its light on all living things on this planet. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't say, light workers, I'm going to shine my light on you. Hey, healers, you organic gardeners, I'm going to shine my light on you, but not on those other farmers. The light shines its light on everything. So I have to share this healing, these words, to help you heal your issues around money. Help that energy in you ascend so that everybody, when our energy ascends into our heart, we all have spiritual gifts. We all have spiritual abilities. When we align ourselves with the divine will of the earth, of all living things, of the creator of this universe. There's a service that is in us, that's only in us, that's unique to us, me and you. So if you call on your divine will, if you help that energy ascend in you by going through your addictions, by letting go of addictions, by letting go of that lower mind of neediness. If you let go of that stuff, let go of like pornography or like having sex with people that you don't love, and be really honest with your heart and your truth. I can't tell you don't go out with that guy, don't go out with this guy, quit your job. I can't say that, but if I say follow your heart and trust your intuition. I followed my heart and trusted my intuition for 20 years. Followed the light. And it works. So that's what I'm going to offer you today. It's a big introduction. A lot of words to say. So it's about letting go of the lower mind, helping that energy ascend into your heart, into love, into your service, calling on your divine gifts and abilities that are in your body, that you don't have access to, though, if your mind's in your lower mind, caught in addiction, caught in fear, caught in insecurity. So we're going to go through fear today, through insecurity. And at any time you need to pause this video and just cry it out or write things down, pause it and then come back, or watch it through as many times as you need. But this is going to help you heal the things that hold you back so that you can live fully activated. Your body's just activated. You're grounded. You're healed. You're whole. And then you know yourself. You know your divine gifts and abilities. And then you manifest that great life. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to offer energy. And I'm going to call on energy and I'm going to call on light. And we're going to activate. You think of like the Kabbalah, I don't know what it's called, the tree of life. Everybody has the tree of life within us. The tree is sacred. We have this tree of life, and each and every one of us has these physical points in our bodies. When we activate these points, we become powerful creators in our life. We become aware of who we truly are as spirits. We become aware of our divine gifts and abilities. These points, we have like a root chakra. The root chakra helps us get connected to the earth. That we have direct communication with the earth because we are the earth. That the vibration of the earth can communicate to us. What does that mean? What's the use of that? You imagine if we all lived connected with the earth. Imagine if we all lived like in harmony with the earth. What our drinking water would be like, what our air quality would be like. So it's getting in contact with that chakra in your body, or that energy point in your body. It's activating that so that we're guided, that you can be guided by the earth and do well for the earth and live abundantly and live spiritually and thrive in life. So we're going to start there. So what I do in sessions, I just get people, you can either close your eyes. I'm going to keep my eyes open. And just take a couple of deep breaths. And just call on love. Call on whatever you believe in. Call in if you're a quantum physics person, call in the unified field, because you are connected to all living things. Call in your spirit guides. If you're a Palladian person, if you're an Arcturian person, call in their spirit guides. If you're a light worker, if you're a religious person, call on the creator of your life. Call on God. If you're a religious person, you might think I'm a bad person because I talk to spirits. But I'm a good person. I represent the light. Trust me on that one. Yeah, we all need help from each other on this planet right now. So I'm speaking to everyone who's watching this. Yeah, just to call on the light, to call on love. And call it to the earth, to speak to the earth. I call on the earth to activate that beautiful, loving earth energy, that nurturing, loving mother energy from all living things in the earth, from the earth's core, the spirit of the earth. Activate that. Imagine if we go below, there's actually love below. It's not just a hell below. There's like beautiful, loving energy below too, that is with us at all time, that is like divine feminine energy, this loving mother energy which nurtures you, which loves you. You think of the inner child that might have suffered as a child. That, if you cried as a child, maybe your parents said, don't cry, and you stuff that energy in. You stuff that in that inner child. So as adults, we still have that stuffed in sadness. We still have that stuffed in hurt, or that insecurity, or feeling like we're just not worth it. So we act, we put on an act, we put on a face. Because We have to put on a face to get the love and attention from our parents, to get the love and attention from our school teachers, from society, from our friends, whatever. But what if you just call on that Divine Mother and she just holds you in her arms, on her body? You know, you can go lie on the beach. You might not want to lie on the beach if you're on the East Coast right now, but on the West Coast it's beautiful. So we can lie on the beach here. And just feel the warmth and the love of the earth, and she'll take away your pains. You know, if you have to cry out your pains, you have to cry out your sadness, cry it out. Write it out. Talk to a friend, whatever. You know, and then that love will ascend. And that love brings up energy, it brings up energy of our creativity. But you know, if you have like lower mind addictions to like pornography or drugs, like people don't do things which make them suffer because they're happy or they're loving. They do it because they're hurting. So as that energy rises, as the love rises, you can let go of your pain and suffering. You can let go of like addictions, because addictions hold back our power. Addictions hold back that pure essence, that loving essence. It doesn't mean that sex is bad or anything is bad. It just, if we do things which doesn't help our energy to rise, you know, that's where sin comes from. Sin comes from the energy didn't rise. Nobody's going to judge us. Jesus isn't going to judge us. God isn't going to judge us. We're not bad people. Just our energy doesn't rise when we're stuck in the lower mind. So that's where that comes from originally, thousands of years ago. Just God isn't judging. That was like a patriarchal thing that was created. God is actually love. God is that energy that rises within us. And when we align with that energy, the unified field, the love, and it rises, we get healthier, we get more whole, and we're able to activate that higher mind. So letting go of any fears, any insecurities, letting that inner child heal and grow and cry or whatever it needs to activate that strength in us so that you can be strong. Whether you're a man or woman, you can activate this strength. And it doesn't have to be like physical strength. It can be spiritual strength, energetic, emotional strength. That you are okay, that you're amazing, that you're loving. You can stand in your power and express your true, authentic self, your loving self. You are strong. You know? You can activate your spiritual gifts and abilities. You might be a psychic. You might be intuitive. You might feel. You might be an empath and feel other people's feelings. And you can learn and call forth from the spirit realm how you can use your spiritual gifts and abilities, you know, to thrive in your life. You know, offer that service. You know, not a service of the lower mind of like struggling and fighting, but of the higher. When you vibrate to that higher mind, the service comes naturally. It's your true essence. It makes you feel alive and you express it. Who doesn't want to feel alive in what they do? Who wouldn't want to like wake up and go, oh, I want to go to work today because I'm going to make a difference in somebody's life. I'm going to help somebody today. It's uplifting to help other people. You know, you're going to offer that service and people are going to want to pay you for it. Why? Why would they want to pay you for it? Because you're helping them. You know, when I go to a doctor, I recognize that they make money off my service. You know, because they helped me when I had cancer removed from my body. You know, I used to use chemicals. I'm all about organics now. I used to use chemicals. And I got 2 types of skin cancer. I was grateful that, you know, my tax dollars paid thousands of dollars to save my life, to have cancer removed from my body. You know, so I'm letting go of shame and letting go of fear, letting go of self-worth, low self-worth, any of that shit, because that shit holds us back. It's not our true essence, so that our true essence can shine forth. And having the strength and the courage to do that. It doesn't mean you're not going to feel fear or insecurity. Like I feel a little bit of anxiety. But you call forth your spirits, call forth God to remove that fear. Just keep letting it go and just coming from a courageous place and standing up so that energy rises into your heart and you feel this love. And I felt this love, and I felt as I was doing all this stuff, as I was activating my own soul, this love came up and opened my heart, and I felt this love from God, from the universe. Like I was loved and I was being spoken to from God directly. And it was this beautiful love. And it didn't mean all my karma was broken or all my fears were taken away. I still had lots of healing to do. But when I felt that love, I knew I had to change my life. I knew I had to follow my heart and follow this dream and this inner voice that said, quit your job. So I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying listen to that voice in your heart. Because that's like the voice of God. Or the voice of love. Or the voice of the unified field, and trust in that. We're not taught to trust in our inner voice, but that inner voice is like the voice of God to me. It could be something different to you, but if you follow your heart, you follow the light, follow the love, whatever you call it, it works. So what if you follow the love and you're suffering? Heal the suffering. What if you're following the love and you're following your heart, but your finances are suffering? But be honest. How much money do you need? Do you need $1,000 a month to thrive, or do you need $2,000 or $5,000? You know, I think of my heroes. I think of the people that inspire me in life, like Neil Donald Walsh or Marianne Williamson or Tom Lesher or Matt Kahn. Or these people are offering services and they're following their heart, they're following their love, and I get so much from them. And a lot of it they give away for free. I watch their free videos on YouTube, or I read Marianne Williamson's Return to Love. I haven't paid her a cent, but it was my wife's book, but it changed my life. And I'm so grateful they offered that service of writing a book, or they make videos. It's changed my life. So I make this video for you to help activate your soul, to help change your life and your relationship to money, your relationship to yourself, that you're worth it, that you're lovable, and that you can use your voice. Whether your gift is writing or making videos or writing a book, I don't know what it is for you. I know for me, I have to use my voice. I'm not the best writer. I don't like to write. But sometimes if I just let it flow, it writes, so it comes out. But I'm not being guided to write a book. I'm being guided to do this video right now. What are you being guided to do? You know, it's going to work out. Miracles happen. If you need a miracle with money, call for it from here. Call for it from your heart, from your chest, from your love. Miracles happen. You know, it might look so improbable, like it's not going to work, but when you follow your heart, you activate a power. You activate a power that has created this universe that you're not separate from, that is in us. You know, our wife and I, we gave up our work over a year ago, and we didn't know what we were going to do, but this inner voice said, it's going to work for you. And money just keeps coming. Like, we get these tax returns when we're getting low on money, or money comes from checks. You get checks. You just don't know how it's going to come. It comes. And then clients start showing up. And you start working with people. You start making money. And when you started, you might not know how, but the key is it doesn't matter how. You don't need to know the how. You don't need to have it all figured out. Lao Tzu has this quote. He wrote this 2,500 years ago, a Chinese guy, philosopher, and he said something about a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So if that first step says quit your job, or the first step says do this, make a video, or write this out, or post here, or go on this Facebook site, do it. Follow that. Take that first step. The next thing will be revealed. As call out to spirit, and the next thing will be revealed, and then the next thing, and just trust. And take time to go inwards. Activate your third eye to go inwards. Your third eye, so your third eye can activate your heart and go in. Your third eye can see within, into all your different chakras, into all these different points, to call forth your divine will. What does the spirit of this universe want to create or speak through you? We know by going inwards, by meditating, by spending time in nature, whatever it is for you. Spending time in the bathtub, wherever it is for you. Up in a tree, dig a hole and go in the earth. Wherever you're inspired to go, follow your heart and watch the magic occur. And then just calling forth that divine light from above to activate your crown chakra, activate your spirit, activate your power. So what else? Do you need a miracle? What else do you need a miracle for? Call for it today. Remove all that insecurity and all that fear. I was working with a guy the other day, and he was like, didn't know where he was going to go next, didn't know what he needed to do next, but he was healing, and his inner child was hurting, and there was sadness. It's just like, just write it out. Just write that shit out. Call for God to get that shit out, and your spirit will rise, and the next thing will come, I promise. So he did. He started writing it out, and he called me back later, and he had to get a bunch of hatred out. He just wrote it out. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, a couple hours later, this person from this beautiful place on this planet calls him and says, hey, do you want to come stay with me for a week? I got a place for you to stay. And he hadn't asked her. She just called out of the blue. And that's how this works. If you need money, call for it. But remove all the fear that holds it back. Remove all the feelings of low self-worth that you're not worth it back. If Bill Gates is worth it, if friggin' Donald Trump is worth it, you can do something so divine and so loving that can help people, that can help this earth, help this planet, and you're worth it, and you can get to me, money is just God. It's just, everything is God. Everything is energy. And you deserve energy in return for the service that you provide. That's how I see it. If it's from the higher mind, it's good. It's not greed. So you're worth it. So if you need money, if you need a place to live, just frickin' admit the pain that you're in, admit the shit job that you're in, admit the shit relationship. You don't necessarily need to leave your relationship, or maybe you do. Trust your heart. But if you need help, it can get better. Miracles can happen in relationships, with your finances, with everything. So call forth your miracles. Be honest with what you're truly feeling. Ask God to heal that inner child. Ask God to remove your blocks. And your miracle can happen. You're lovable. You're worth it. You're worth an amazing life. I'm worth an amazing life. You're worth an amazing life. And yeah, I just call forth your power, because your power might save this world, or your power might just save your world. So activate it. I think that's all I got. My heart's a little bit heavy. I think there's like sadness in here that has to come out of me. So I'm doing this work right along with you. I'm not on any pedestal, I'm not better than anyone, not less than anybody. We are all in this together. We are all a part of this unified field. We are all a part of God. And it's just, my work is about getting that energy from men. It's about helping men be whole and get that energy from the lower mind up into that higher mind, like from the heart. And it doesn't mean that, that sex can be sacred when it's activated with love, that money can be sacred when it's, provided with a service of love that's helping somebody. I think you get my point. I just keep repeating myself over and over. But I do it because I feel like I gotta keep going. You're worth it. Cry it out. Heal it out. You're lovable. You are love. You are the source. You can create an awesome life. Yeah, keep loving. Amen.